These criminals actually took off their masks in front of the hostages, because all hostages were made to wear red blindfolds. Just got their hands on 30 billion in cash. The criminals were about to leave, but suddenly someone triggered the alarm. When a man secretly removed his blindfold to look, he discovered that the alarm was actually triggered by the criminals themselves. The criminals directly removed his blindfold, letting him look all he wanted. The man kept his eyes tightly shut and begged for mercy. After all, seeing the criminals' faces could mean danger. But these criminals did exactly the opposite. They removed all the hostages' blindfolds, but showed no intention of harming anyone, because their leader Henry had instructed. This operation must not have any casualties. At this moment, the police arrived at the scene. The criminals fired a few symbolic shots into the air, then threw a smoke bomb, surrounded by police, seemingly with nowhere to escape. But this was actually their true objective. The police immediately sent negotiation expert Lucy to talk with Henry. Lucy's first question was, "How many helicopters do you need?" As expected of a negotiation expert, this question seemed to help the criminals escape, but was actually an indirect way to determine their numbers. Since one helicopter can only seat 4 people, Henry answered that just one would be enough. The commander next to her immediately got excited. Less than 4 criminals. They could just storm in and solve the problem. But Lucy strongly opposed. She believed the criminals might be setting a trap. However, the commander had already given the order. Special forces had arrived at the main entrance. They extended their surveillance equipment through the door. What they saw left everyone stunned. There were at least 30 criminals inside. While the commander was hesitating, subordinates brought news. The criminals had uploaded the scene's video online. When they watched it, they realized all hostages were forced to wear the same outfits as the criminals, and were holding fake weapons. This way, the police couldn't tell who the real criminals were. More troublesome was that one of the hostages was a foreign ambassador's daughter. The commander immediately ordered a retreat in fear. Actually, these criminals' real target wasn't the 30 billion they had stolen, but they planned to use the captured mint and the mint's staff to directly print untraceable new bills. Their goal was 4 trillion in cash.